Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi and today we're doing another pick a card. Today's pick a card I'm really excited to bring to you guys today. It's a collaboration with the one and only Astrologist Tarot. I'm super excited and just got so much gratitude to be able to bring this video to you. I love Astrologist Tarot. I love her channel. I love the way she channels. I love the way she reads, and I've been an admirer of her channel for a while, so being able to do this collaboration with her is just amazing. So I'm sure you guys all know about her, but I will have her channel linked in my description box for you guys to check her out. And today is actually a two-parter, so I'll be doing part one of the reading and then you can head over to Astrologist Tarot to watch part two, or vice versa. And basically the point of these two videos is for us both to empower you guys, you know what I mean, show you guys what's lovable about you or what stands out about you, and really shine a light on your admirable qualities. That's what we really wanted to do with this collaboration. So for my particular video today, we are going to be taking a look at what makes people fall in love with you. I wanted to take a look at the softer side and really showcase what qualities you have about you that will make people fall in love. And if you've never been in love or you don't feel you've had anyone fall in love with you, I'm here to say yet. And we're just going to be looking at those qualities and really mirroring them back to you to show you why you are so lovable. And then once you've watched the video, I'll have the link in the comment section to Astrologist Tarot's channel, and you can watch her video for the part two. And yeah, you can see the comparisons between the two, and you'll get, like, you know, a long two-parted video. So yeah, I'm really excited to do this today. So yeah, let's get into the video. So we have 4 piles. I chose to do perfumes today. I know I normally do crystals, but I was really drawn to use perfumes. No idea why, but that's what we're doing. So pile number 1, I'm not going to name them by the name, I'm just going to give them names. So number 1 is the pink moon. So that's pile number 1. Pile number 2 is the blue perfume. Pile number 3 is the midnight perfume, the dark blue moon. And pile number 4 is the light pink perfume. It's actually called Sweetheart. So that's pile number 4. So see which cards you were drawn to, see which bottle you were drawn to. The timestamps are going to be in the description box as always, and I will see you guys at your timestamp. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. So today we are taking a look at what qualities do you have in you that makes people want to fall in love with you. So you guys chose the pink moon perfume. I'm going to pop that up here and we are going to get straight in. I'm going to start with tarot and then we'll move on to your oracle cards. So pile number 1, please. I'm being told straight away you have a very strong connection to your inner child. Like, you allow your inner child the space to come out. A lot of people in this world will get their inner child and just dim the light and bury it down. They don't want to open up to that side of themselves, the vulnerability, the, you know, naivety, the openness. People don't want to tap into that. People are scared to tap into that. We're told in this world to adult. And there's something about you, pile 1, where you are connected to your inner child. You are connected to your dreams and creativity. And because of that, I feel like you mirror that in people, and you, without even realize it, allow people and give people the space to open up to their own inner child. I feel like being in your presence, or just your world in general, feels like Alice in Wonderland. You know, she goes down the rabbit hole and she's like curiouser and curiouser. Like, that's the feeling I get from you, pile 1. Like, you have, you know, she sings in the grass, she's like, my world is a wonderland. It feels like that. And I'm not saying you guys procrastinate and dream all the time, but you have a very strong connection to the spirit realm, to your creativity, to that inner child, and to that love for life that we all should be tapping into, seeing the positivity in things. And because of that, you spread that, just by you shining out, you spread that onto people. So one of the qualities that makes people want to fall in love with you is your vibrancy, your creativity, your optimism. It's a lighthouse for people. And I'm not saying the person that ends up falling in love with you is going to use you as a lighthouse and just take from you. The right person's going to be a lighthouse too. But I feel like you giving that space and you shining that light out, I feel like that is what's making people fall in love with you, because it's like they see that and then it opens the doorway for them to open up to their own creativity and their own inner child. And I feel like that's something that people really admire in you, that you're able to be so open and vulnerable with that, with your creativity, with those dreams that are so big. You know what I mean? And that's something that's coming through for you guys, pile number 1. I want to get deeper. Pile number 1, please, spirit guides. Pile number 1. What is it about my pile 1s? I'm going to pop that card back because all of these cards fell, so I'm not going to use them. What is it about pile number 1, please, spirit guides? What is it about pile number 1 that makes people fall in love with them? I'll use those too. Okay, what have we got? Page of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Pentacles, and we have the 10 of Pentacles. Pile number 1, please, spirit guides. Oh my god, your cards are jumping on me, like literally jumping on me. Knight of Pentacles. Look at all these pentacles. Pile, you may have strong earthy energy in your chart. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. If you don't, that's fine. It's just something that's coming out in the cards. Pile number 1, please, spirit guides. What is so lovable about my pile number 1s? What makes people fall in love with my pile number 1s? What makes people... Oh, your cards are jumping. It's 11:30 and the club is jumping. Okay, what's the back of the deck? We have the King of Wands. Okay, so pile number 1, please, spirit guides. What is it about pile number 1 that makes people want to fall in love with them? You know what it is about you as well, pile number 1? You're very happy being in your own little world. Like, you do not need outside validation from other people, whether it's where you're at now. But I just see a lot of people seeing you in your own world, creating abundance in your own world, and being very happy there. At least that's the view that people have. And because you're very self-sufficient, I feel like that's something that makes people fall in love with you. It's like you're not being led by trauma and hurt and like a wounded inner child. Maybe in the past you were, but the energy I'm tapping into now, you've healed that. You've worked on that. And I feel like there's something about you creating a solid foundation for yourself, not needing a lot of help and doing a lot of things yourself. And you're very admirable because of that. And I feel like because I'm almost tapping into a specific person, so I don't know if you're in a relationship or I'm tapping into someone you're going to end up in a relationship with, but there's this feeling of someone looking at you, and it's the King of Wands energy here. It's like, I could really invest in this person because they invest in themselves, and that's something that makes you so lovable. It's like there's something you've either created or created from the ground up that's created abundance. And that's something that people see very admirable about you. And that's something that makes people fall in love with you, like your inner strength. And it doesn't have to be, I built a business from the ground up, or I built this situation from the ground up. It could be, I went through a lot of pain in my childhood, but I transmuted it into love. Or I, went through a lot of hurts and I shifted it. Or I went through a lot of poverty and I shifted it to abundance. Like this, I feel like there's a lot of inner strength, and they're showing me like the magician in regards to your energy. Like you're someone that's been able to alchemize, and that's a reason why people would fall in love with you, and that's a quality that would make someone fall in love with you, because you invest in yourself. It's like, I want to invest in that person. I want to build with that person. Look at the mountains that person has moved for themselves. I want to move mountains with them. You know what I mean? Or I want to be a part of that. And there's something about you as well being very inclusive. Like, I don't know whether you don't have a lot of friendships, or you don't have a lot of people around you, or your circle is very small. But that's something that's really admirable about you. And it's like, that person's high value. I want to be a part of that. I want to be connected to that person in that type of way. And, like I was saying at the beginning with the Alice in Wonderland energy, it's like the more people get to know your brain, the way your brain works, your soul, the more you bear your soul like that and you let people in, this unraveling is what has people fall in love with you, because you're very multidimensional. You're a very healing person and you're very multidimensional. So because of that, it's like, no matter how much someone unravels you, there's still more to learn. You're so intricate, you're so analyzing, you see deeper into a lot of things. And I feel like being around you, you open up people's eyes to a new world. I'm hearing Aladdin, a whole new world. I don't know if you guys like Disney, but a lot of Disney references are coming up. But that's just the energy, because you see things so optimistic, because you look at life so curiously. People being in your life, it's like, you show them the world through a different set of eyes, and that's something that people then have gratitude for, and that makes them fall in love with you, because you came onto that wave on your own. Does that make sense? And being with you was like being in a wonderland, because I'm being told you could, so you know what, someone got in a relationship with you, now in 10 years they'd still be unraveling you. There's still so much to unpack and unravel. Like you have a lot of knowledge, and it's not just like knowledge like in regards to books or courses you've done. It's like infinite knowledge from the soul, knowledge from the Akashic records, that sometimes you don't even know what you're talking about sometimes, but it filters out because you're very connected to your soul, and that's how you're able to see things from a higher perspective. And that's something that makes people fall in love with you, because it's like you're almost like alien, you're like otherworldly in that sense. Your energy is like that, and it's very inviting. And when we exude our vulnerability and our authenticity, we can then hold space for other people to do that too. And I feel like a lot of the people that you will draw in moving forward, especially after doing this healing work or doing this shift, is people that you'll find they'll rapidly change when they're around you. They'll rapidly shift when they're around you and align with what you're doing, because it's like you're opening them up to something new. Whereas in the past, I feel like you drew in a lot of broken birds, people that loved your energy, loved your light, loved your healing energy. They came to you for that, but then it was like they were too scared to do the inner work on their own, so they almost came at you as like a crutch. And I feel like there was a lot of situations like that, whereas they may have run away because it got too much for them, because your energy was like shining a light on their shadows, and you may have like internalized that as rejection. It wasn't rejection at all, but you just have such a healing energy, and you're going to see in your connections moving forward people stepping towards you and them shifting and changing and finding new parts about themselves through you, because that's what your energy is supposed to do. You know what I mean? So that's something that's coming up really, really strongly. You have a very strong connection to your 4 higher chakras, so your crown chakra, your third eye, your throat chakra, and your heart chakra. Very, very connected up top. I feel like your brain in itself is a wonderland. I feel like you are someone that you're just very creative in the way that you see the world. You see the world through such beauty. And I feel like one thing that makes people want to fall in love with you is the way that you see the beauty in the smallest things. You could go into a forest and just see that beauty. You're not someone that needs the most expensive car or something like that. Like, you see fortune and abundance in nature, in the leaves, in crystals, in spirit, in people just being kind to each other, in animals. And I feel like you see so much art within, you know, the cracks that everybody looks past, you know what I mean? Because everyone's focused on the material. And I feel like there are a lot of people like that, but we're taught to feel, or we're made to feel like we're one of few when we're actually one of many. And I feel like you being vulnerable and so open about that, it holds space for whoever falls in love with you to be open about that too and see that too. And I feel like the people you're going to attract in regards to love moving forward are people that are connected to your soul tribe, in the sense that they are, we're always connected in relationships to people in our soul tribe, but you're going to be connected to people that are very open to spirit and very open to learning and shifting and healing, and they're going to be very healing for you as well. Anything else, Spirit? I want to get deeper into this before I pull the oracle cards. Pile number 1, please, Spirit guides. What is it about pile number 1 that makes people want to fall in love? Yeah, it's like they're taking me to the inner child again, and I'm being shown, like, I'm being told you have a beautiful smile. Whether you're like, no, I don't, Lex, I really don't have a beautiful smile. You really do. Like, there's something about your face and lighting up. I don't know whether it's like your cheeks or it's just like the mouth area, but the way that you smile, people really fall in love with that, especially when you're expressing yourself, because you're very passionate about a lot of things, because you connect through the heart. So there's something about the way that you speak, the way that you talk, the way that you talk about your passions. That's something that makes people fall in love with you, because it's like, wow, like you could talk for days and you bring so much enthusiasm and passion to it, and the way that your voice talks with it, that's like love. And I feel like because you radiate that, that's what makes people fall in love with you, you know? They're telling me to pull the oracle cards and pull from them now to get more messages. So I'm going to, what card shall I do first? I'll do this deck first. So pile number 1, please, Spirit guides. Pile number 1. What is it about pile number 1 that makes people fall in love with them? This isn't what would make people fall in love, but it's something that draws people in. And that's like your aesthetic kind of palette. The way that you dress, the way that you do your hair, the way that you wear jewelry. You know, if you wear makeup, the way you do your makeup, the way that you post pictures or take photos, there's something about you being very aesthetically pleasing, whether everything matches or everything just looks very beautiful. And I think it's like a good, authentic expression of how you find the beauty in everything. And I'm not saying that's what makes people fall in love with you, but it is something that draws people in to then be open to getting to know your mind at the same time. Like, you are someone that's very aesthetically pleasing, and I'm being told you have ethereal beauty. That's something I'm being told. Or you may have very distinct features that you wouldn't be able to look at you and go, okay, this person looks like Rihanna, or this person looks like, I don't know why Jason Derulo just came up, but there we go, let's throw him there. You have distinctive features where someone, it's hard to really put you with someone else because you have that kind of star power where you look different, and it's like you have your own vibe. It's hard to put you in a box, you know what I mean? It's that type of thing because you are so multi-dimensional. Pile number 1, what makes people fall in love with pile number 1? You nurture people on an emotional level, and that is something that makes people fall in love with you. We are taught in this world to cut off from our emotions or not be so vulnerable, and because you're so authentically open with that, you see people's inner child, you see people's emotional body, you see people's hurt, and you know, and you can feel. It's not a sense of like, I'm analyzing you. It's a sense of, I can feel you need guidance right now. Or I can feel you just need a hug right now. Or I can feel you just need a bit of TLC. Or you need some, you know, tough love, or whatever the case. So you emotionally cater to people. And that's something that makes people fall in love with you, because you hit those spots that physically no one could really reach. You hit those because you're so connected to your own emotional body. You're able to help heal and nurture, you know what I mean? I'm not saying you're going around healing everybody, but in regards to relationships, but you do nurture. We nurture people in relationships, and you're very emotionally nurturing, and that's something that makes people fall in love with you. So pile, I feel like in the past though, they're telling me you've dealt with emotionally unavailable people. So you saw their hurts and pains, but they didn't want to acknowledge them, so they'd kind of run away whenever you'd poke at one, you know what I mean? Whenever you tried to nurture them in that way, it's like, I'm gonna run, you know what I mean? Or they'd come close to you but not too close. It was just because you're a very old soul, you are a healer, and to be in your life, people do need to come correct, because you have got that energy that does heal and help people shift. And if people don't want to do that, because people decide that they don't want to in this lifetime, and that's fine, they end up running away then. But the right people are going to stay. So Spirit's saying not to worry about those people, because the right people are going to want to grow and evolve with you and be vulnerable with you too, you know? Pile 1, please, Spirit guides. What makes people fall in love with pile number 1? Oh, we have 2. I wasn't going to put 2 down, but we have them. What was I saying about you being a healer? We literally have inner healer. What was I saying? This is a gift you've had from past lives. I feel like especially... there's a particular life that's taken me to where you lived very in tune with nature, and you didn't really have to focus too much on like mental energy or anything like that. You were very much like embodying the soul, embodying your emotions, connected to the earth. And your first language, it feels, coming to earth in your incarnations was understanding energy, reading energy, before you even verbalized anything. So it's just second nature to you. If anything, it's first nature. It's the first instinct that you have to read energy. And I feel like that's why you incarnate, you know what I mean? With these butterflies here, I feel like you've gone through a transformation to bring that out of you, to remember that that's part of you. But yeah, I just feel like that's something that makes people fall in love with you, that healing energy, you know? I'm popping it out the side because we have got another one and I want to get all the cards in. We have offerings. One thing about you as well, pal number 1, like you're someone that you don't need to be the loudest in the room to kind of like get attention. You are someone that you move like water. You may be my water pile. I always have a water pile. I feel like that might be you guys, pile 1. You move like water, and you don't have to be the loudest person in the room verbally, because energetically you are, emotionally you are. And what I'm being told with offerings is, how do I explain this? How do I even put this into words? You emotionally give a lot without even realizing it. You heal a lot of people around you without realizing it. And they're telling me the people that are going to be drawn into you now, they keep saying now moving forward, like you've been through a rebirth with these butterflies here. Now moving forward, they're telling me that the relationships you're going to draw in, that is people that are given on a physical level. Do you understand what I mean? Like you're very emotionally given, and I feel like you're going to draw in people that are really expressive with you and giving to you, because your energy does feel passive, but not in a negative way. It just feels like in an earthy waterway where you just flow like a river. There doesn't have to be too much shifts and changes. And I just feel like the people that you draw in are going to be people that want to add to your journey and physically add to your journey. And I hope that makes sense. There's this feeling of people in a relationship with you really wanting to spoil you and give to you. And I feel like, again, it's mirroring the connections that may have walked away in the past because they didn't feel they had anything to offer you. You will given your emotional energy. They were like, what do I give this person? I can't match up to this energy. Whereas the people stepping in the future, I hope I'm wording it correctly, it's not too confusing. The people stepping in the future, it's like they're going to want to give a lot because they have a lot to give to you too. So it's going to be this give and take then, so you're no longer being depleted. Because I feel like people in your past, if they would have stayed in your life, they would have really depleted you because of how much you give. The back of the deck is Gatherer as well. Look at all the fruits and the connection to earth. I feel like you have a really strong connection to like Mother Gaia, for sure. There's something about you as well when I'm saying that, like, I don't know whether this sounds wrong, but you feel fresh. I feel like that's something people really enjoy about you and love about you as well. Is like you're very fresh, whether you choose to live a very natural lifestyle with the foods you put in your body, or you don't wear a lot of makeup, so you're just naturally very attractive. You may be like Taurus rising, Pisces rising, something like that. But there's something about you where you just, it sounds so bizarre, but like you feel clean. Does that make sense? You feel clean, you feel fresh, you feel healthy, and that in itself is healing. I hope I worded that correctly and it didn't sound too weird, but let's get into more cards. I use the animal cards next before I use the goddess one. So pile number 1, what makes people fall in love with pile number 1? Please, spirit guides. What makes people fall in love? What do we have? The elk. Stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with respect that you deserve. See, and I'm being told you're stepping into a time where you've learned to love yourself. You've learned to put in boundaries. You've learned how precious your energy is. And there's this energy of like not even a storm could shake you up. I feel like you've been through the eye of the storm and came back transformed. So not even a storm could shake you up. And that's very admirable in people. And I feel like when people hear your story or like know your story, I feel like that's something that makes people fall in love with you. What you've overcame, what you've gone through. And the fact that you can tap into these emotions, you can weather a storm like that, but still remain calm, still remain with your feet on the ground. That's something that people find really admirable about you. Yeah, with the respect that you deserve. Because I feel like maybe in the past people didn't see that part of you. You're very selective with who you open up to as well. Very selective. Yeah, the back of the deck, we have Mia card. Get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. I also feel like what we don't talk about enough is like falling in love with your friends. And I don't mean like romantic love, but I mean like friends around you that just absolutely adore you. I'm in love with all my friends. I think they're great. But it's just that energy of like, I see you, you see me, we see each other on a heart level, and that's pure love. And I feel like whether you have friends around you right now or whether you'll come into them, like I keep being told like-minded individuals, which is making me feel like you haven't had many like-minded individuals around you in earlier life. But the ones that you will draw in, or maybe the ones you have around now, they're going to fall in love with you too for the person that you are, the same way you fall in love with them. Because I feel like you're very loyal and giving in friendships. I feel like you're someone that gives a lot in friendships. And you're going to come into friendships that really give that back to you too. Because they love you too. They fall in love with you too. They love the person that you are. And you're so needed. And you're learning how precious your energy is. And how, beautiful your energy is. And how it's needed. You're learning that. Pile number 1. So let's pull the goddess cards. You're a very beautiful soul, and I'm saying it to you now, like you're a very beautiful soul, and you have a lot to offer. Like you're a very old soul, and you feel very misunderstood, which can make you feel depleted because you give so much and you feel so much, and it's like, is anyone around me even feeling this much? They do, and I see you drawing them in. Pile number 1. What makes people fall in love with pile number 1? Please, spirit guides. What have we got here? Spider Woman, co-creation. You're a divine reflection of the universe, and that's what makes people fall in love. The highest energy is love. It's that connection to source. It's in the heart chakra. I know we connect to source through the crown chakra, but when we're really tapping into that divinity, like it's love. The universe is love. God is love. Whatever you believe in, it's love. And you have infinite amounts of that within you. So you're always co-creating. Even when you're weathering in a storm, you're co-creating and transforming. You know what I mean? You're transmuting. And you have so much of that within you that's what makes people fall in love with you, because you're a divine reflection of that. You are a light to a lot of people. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, let's see the back of the deck. We have the sun. What was I saying? You are a light to people. That's what I was saying this whole time. And the back of the deck, we literally have the sun. What's the brightest star, burning star shining in the sky that like lights up our world? The sun. The sun. That's what you are. I just heard a song. I've never heard this song before, but a lyric went, "You're a shining star." I don't know if that's like a lyric to a song. It came with a melody, but I've never heard the song, so I can't really relate it to you. I want to pull one more card, which is just the crystal card, before I finish. But people fall in love with your soul, the richness of your soul, the depth of your soul, the way your emotions are so deep. It's 11 minutes past on the clock, so you may be seeing 11 a lot, but yeah, people fall in love with the richness of your soul and your connection to the divine. They see themselves through you. And I feel like the people that fall in love with you, it's not like, oh, I'm falling in love, lusty love, and it's going to burn out. No. The people that you're drawing in are people that see you on a soul level. All the people that you have in your life right now, whatever the case is. I feel like it's a mixed bag. Pile number 1, please, spirit guides. One final card. What makes people fall in love with pile 1? What makes people fall in love with pile number 1? What makes people fall in love? Peridot. I love Peridot because it's my birthstone for August. So yeah, we have Peridot here. I love this crystal. Good fortune is the result of good thoughts and actions. I am grateful for my blessings. So I feel like another thing that makes people fall in love with you is like the gratitude that people that understand your soul, and the gratitude for the people around you that see the depths in you. Like, wow, where would I be without this person? It's that type of energy. Like, I'm so glad I've met this person. You do make people feel less alone. And that's something that really connects with people on a hearty level. And also, again, like I was saying, the way you see the abundance of nature and Gaia and just the world in general, you see a life already as a blessing, or at least you project that out. And that's what makes people fall in love with you. The back of the deck, we have release feelings of impatience, jealousy, and frustration, improve ability to integrate and process life, connect to inner strength and unlimited potential. You have a lot of inner strength. You're very connected to that. I feel like you see the potential in everybody. And I feel like in the past that's triggered people and they've projected onto you or ran away from you. But this was a gift. It wasn't a curse. It was a gift, and you're going to see that. And I feel like a lot of your connections moving forward are going to be very rich on a soul level. Very rich on a soul level. And the richness of you and the depth within you, they're really going to see you and see that value in you. And that's what makes them fall in love with you. So that's what I have for you, pile 1. I really hope that you enjoyed. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you guys are watching. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey, pile 2, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at what is it about you that makes people fall in love with you. So you guys chose this blue perfume. I'm going to pop that up here, and we are going to start with the tarot, then move into the oracle cards. So spirit guys, can you tap me into the collective of pile number 2, please? Tap me into the collective of pile number 2. I feel like you're very adventurous, and it doesn't have to be physically adventurous. It could be like mentally or spiritually as well. You're just someone that you spice up, you know the Spice Girls song, Spice Up Your Life? Like, that's coming through. Like, you really do add flavor and enrich people's lives. You are very involving in people's lives, and I just feel like you're a bit of a firecracker, very fiery, quite seductive in a way. It does feel that way. Or you're just someone that, you're someone that makes people laugh, and that's something that I'm tapping into straight away. Like, a lot of people do like you. You may be envied by some people, but I feel like a lot of people in your presence, they may want to not like you sometimes because they may be envious, but they end up liking you because you just are very infectious. That's something that I want to say straight away, you guys. They're saying spicy, like you're very infectious and spicy, and you have a lot of flavor to you. Here's what I'm being told. A lot of flavor. You're a character, pile 2. You may have a lot of fire placements in your chart. So spirit guides, tap me into the collective of pile number 2. What is it about pile number 2 that makes people fall in love with them? What is it about pile number 2 that makes people fall in love with them? What is it about pile number 2? Am I doing this upright, upside down? Upside down, okay. 6 of Pentacles reversed. What is it about pile number 2 that makes people fall in love with them? What is it about pile number 2 that makes people fall in love with them? The Hanged Man, okay. What is it about you have a really infectious laugh, I'm being told. What is it about pile number 2 that makes people fall in love with them? Your cards are jumping everywhere for me. Where's this card gone? Queen of Wands, yeah. Very, very passionate. You're a very passionate person. I feel like you're a ride or die type of person as well. Pile number 2. What makes people fall? Your loyalty is something that makes people fall in love with you, pile 2. Your loyalty. The way that you give, the way that you are there for people, the way that you stick up for people. I feel like you're the type of person that would stick up for someone when they weren't in the room. Like, you're one of those people, like, don't talk about my person or my friends or whatever like that. Like, you really stand by the people that you love with a lot of fierceness. You're very fierce. That's an energy coming through. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. What is it that makes people fall in love with pile 2? We have the 2 of Pentacles. You, like, with 6 of Swords at the back of the deck, a lot of people have a hard time getting over you. You may have someone that was, like, in love with you or had fallen in love with you that maybe you stepped away from, because there's this energy of people having a hard time recovering from your energy afterwards. Because you're so infectious, because you're so giving, you are very fierce. It's like you stepping away from people, maybe they've hurt you, maybe they've done you wrong. Like, people really do feel your absence. That's what I'm being told with the 6 of Swords. Like, whether it's friendships from like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, like, people remember you because you are a firecracker. You are someone that really stands out like that. And when somebody's been in your life, like, the closer they've got to you, the longer they've been around you, the harder the absence is. Like, I'm being told a lot of people do think back to you, and because you are a light, and it's in a very, like, funny, carefree way. I feel like you're a very positive person, but you're very, very loyal. And I feel like you know who you are, and you have a lot of love to give. One thing I'm being told as well, like, you guys could work as, like, motivational speakers or something like that, because you have this golden energy that you do really pour into people, and it's verbally as well. Like, I feel like you're someone that would, like, pick people up when they're down, say the right things to people. Like, your words are very motivating and healing, and not in this, like, soothing emotional sense, although it can hit people like that. You are kind of like a guiding light. You really do inspire a lot of people, and I feel like you're someone that's quite courageous like that. And with the 2 of Pentacles, they're taking me straight there, because I am being told, like, in the past you may have drawn in people that were a bit, you just being you and your vibe made them feel insecure because they felt like they lacked what you had. But the right people are going to love that, and the right people are going to fall in love with that. The way that you exude that energy, and you're, you know what Nicki Minaj says, the generous queen? That came through. Like, you're very generous and giving, and they keep saying over and over, loyal, loyal, loyal. Your loyalty is something that makes people really respect you. Like, this person's ride or die. Like, this person's for me. I know if I say something to this person, it's not gonna go beyond them. I know if I feel like you're the type of person that people would trust you with, like, $1,000 million with, or whatever the case. Like, they'd give it to you, and I feel like you're the person they trust to give it to. You're also, I feel like you're quite, did you, like, have a very adventurous childhood, or do you just find that, like, things happen to you and it's like, I can't believe that happened to me? Because they're making me feel like you'd be really good at, like, story times on YouTube and talking about, like, crazy things that have happened to you, because I'm almost being told, like, you've been in a lot of situations where it's like, you can't make this up. Like, the way that things that have happened to you, it's like, it's so bizarre, it's so out of the ordinary. And I feel like the way that you tell your story, or the way that you talk about your past of things that you've done, you're so charismatic in the way that you speak and talk about it. Like, you really, like, bring people in. You may have, like, Mercury and Leo or something like that. Like, you really bring people in. And I feel like every, like, minute with you is just very fun. It's never boring, and that's something that makes people fall in love with you, because it's like, it's just never ending. It's just this merry-go-round, and it's always like fun. You know what I mean? With the Six of Pentacles reversed, what are we getting here, Spirit Guides? What makes people fall in love with them? Why have we got the Six of Pentacles reversed? See, you give a lot, and I feel like you have this like kind of golden fountain of charisma. I feel like when people are in your life, you are kind of spark them into ignition. Like, they could be feeling very boring, dull, mundane. You come into their life, and all of a sudden the sun's shining again. And the thing is about that is, some people in the past, kind of similar to Pile Number 1 in a way, but Pile 1's was more emotional. People may have used you as a crutch to kind of like, not that they were doing it on purpose, but they may have just fed off that energy, loved being around you, but they never like gave you anything stable to kind of go with that. It was just like, I enjoy being around you, I enjoy your energy, it's nice to me, but I don't have the depth to be able to add to that, so I'm just gonna like then walk away. Or maybe they took you for granted, and I just feel like that may have like hurt you in the past, but you're so charismatic and there's so much to you. I just feel like with you being such a giver and so loyal like that, I feel like you need another firecracker to be in a relationship with. And I feel like you'll know when you find them. There's a message about that. If you're not in a relationship or you're looking for friends or something like that, you'll know when you find them. Because I feel like this little firecracker here, they need to have another firecracker to be connected with in regards to love, because you have so much to give and you're so infectious. It's only right that someone pours that back into you and doesn't tug on it to pull you down. Do you understand what I mean? So that's something that I'm being told here. And you are very optimistic. I feel like one thing that makes people fall in love with you is that I feel like it's a bit of Virgo energy, because I feel like you're a bit of a problem solver. Like, you're someone that if someone's going through something, they could call up on you, and I feel like you'd have the answer. You'd know the answer. You can see beyond the fog. You can see the clarity beyond that situation. And I feel like you may even have a lot of people depend on you, or just like a lot of friends come to you for advice. That energy is something that people admire about you, and it's something that makes people want to fall in love with you, because it's like, that's a comfort. You're someone that, I'm finding it hard to put you in words. Like, I really find it hard to get these downloads into verbal words to speak out about you. Like, bear with me as I try to do it and not make it confusing for you. What were we just saying about that, Spirit, with the Hanged Man? Yeah, you are someone that your light kind of like leads the way. That's the thing. You're such this light that it's coming from your solar plexus. It's coming from your creativity. It's coming, again, like similar to Pile Number 1, you may have been drawn to Pile Number 1 from your inner child. And I feel like that's what vamps you up, that's what lights you up. And I feel like no matter what's been thrown at you, it's never diminished that flame. That flame still stayed tall. I hope that makes sense. Like, that flame never went out. You've always had that passion in you. No matter how many people have tried to, no matter how much the world may have like bogged you down, or people may have tried to like dim your light, it's done is made it shine even brighter. It's made that candle shine even brighter. You know what I mean? May add a couple of sparks, maybe have wavered a little bit, but it's had you shining brighter because you see past everything. You have such strength within you, and I feel like it mirrors the people to tap into their own inner strength. Do you understand what I mean? And it's because you're very you're connected to your inner child, but you're very connected to this physical, practical world as well. I feel like you're connected to spirit, you're connected to your creativity and that divine feminine, but you're also very connected to your divine masculine. Some people only have one. They're connected to their divine feminine, their masculine may be a little bit weak, or vice versa. You have them both very balanced. So you're connected to that inner child and the creativity and spirit and the emotions, but you're also aware and you understand how to manifest in the physical, draw upon the physical, and manifest abundance for you. And because of that, you come through as a very balanced person, as someone that has a lot of value. And I feel like people really love that about you, because you are very multidimensional, is what I'm being told. I want to get deeper. Why have we got the Queen of Wands here? There is something a little bit mystical about you though, because you have such a happy-go-lucky energy. I was saying with like Belle from Beauty and the Beast, it's like that, but it's almost in the full tarot card version. Like, you're always on to the next, like the Janae Aiko song Spotless Mind, you're always on to the next, you're always moving forward, you're always skipping forward. And I feel like no matter what happens, you like Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter, and she's always like very optimistic. You're very like that. You see things with light, and that's something that people find, and like they're very awe-inspired about you, and it's what makes people fall in love with you, is there's always an adventure with you. Even when it looks like a tower's falling down, you're on to another adventure. You see the adventure in life. It's like I feel like you're someone that would be like 60 years old and ready to go hiking, or like ready to go zip lining. Like, you're that type of person, very adventurous, and it's coming from this flame within the soul that just doesn't go out. You may even have a lot of passions, and there's really something about your voice, pal, too, like the way that you speak, the way you talk. You speak things into existence. You heal people just by talking to them, because it's like you motivate people. That light that people have within them, you spark it and ignite it by your words. You have very powerful words. The way that you speak, whether it's what you talk about, maybe you have passions you talk about, maybe you are a motivational speaker or a therapist, but you lift up people. You have this beautiful energy within you that lifts up people, and the way you speak, it's just pure love and fire and passion. And I feel like the person that ends up in a relationship with you, they're going to fall in love with your words, the way that you speak, the way that you like ignite life with your words, the way that you ignite energy into being with your words. Like, that's something that really draws people in. You could even be very like poetic. You may sing, rap, write poems. There's something about this voice that people love. I'm also being told you do have a very strong voice, in the sense that you may be a good singer, you may have a very loud voice, but there's just something very distinct about your voice. Maybe it's very soothing and healing, or maybe it's just very loud and inviting, but whatever it is, it commands respect when you speak, and your passion just comes out of there. And I feel like that's something that makes people fall in love with you. They're showing me Katy Perry. This has come through before as well. The music video for California Girls, where she's like dancing in like Candyland. There's something about you like that. Like, people view you like that. You're very fun, and very infectious like that. Like, who didn't want to be in that world that she had in that music video? It looked very fun. They had dancing gummy bears. It looked very fun. So I just feel like that's you. You just ooze that fun and that free-spirited energy and charisma, you know what I mean? I'm also being told you're very pleasing to the eye, like very physically attractive, especially in regards to your body. You may have like a very like, I'm being shown like Aries, so you may have like a very athletic body, or it's just something about your body that's very inviting. There's a lot to you, pal number 2, a lot to you. I feel like people are very drawn to you sexually. Yeah, definitely there's a seductive energy here, but it's because you're sparking up that fire in people. It's reminding me of like, remember when Harley Quinn and the Joker in that movie, and the Joker was talking about Harley Quinn, and he's like, the fire in my loins. Like, this, like, I don't know, people may speak about you like that, because the closer you get to you, it's kind of like the sun. The closer you get, the more like intense it is. And I just feel like you need someone like very strong to be able to like pull that back into you and hold that energy, because you have such a light energy that you shine out, and you're very bright. You may wear a lot of bright colors, so like bright like yellows and oranges, reds, maybe like electric colors as well. Like, you have very bright colors within you, and I'm being told the reason you may wear them, or you like settings to be like that, or you like a lot of color, maybe you're an artist, it's because your soul and your aura on like a deep level, it's like you have a lot of colors. Like, I'm being shown lime green, electric blue. Like, there's so many colors going on within your aura on a soul level. It's like you reflect that into the world. You're kind of like a portal of light, a portal of happiness. And I feel like you trigger people's like self-worth or like confidence. And I feel like you ignite that within yourself. You may have been on a journey in this lifetime to ignite it within yourself. But doing that, you're shining it out, and you're having other people want to do that too. And you're very like one of a kind as well. Like, you know, when I say like celebrities, like they have star factor, whatever they do, no matter what they wear, it's very them. Like, you know, like Harry Styles, whatever he wears, he makes it its own, and it's him. Rihanna, we know what she wears. Like, she has that aura because it's Rihanna. And, you know, artists that have that distinct look, like you're someone that has that distinct look where you could just put anything on, but you'd make it look good because it's you and it's your energy. And you're very, very infectious. I'm also being told you're very charming, whether you realize that or not. You may be like, no, I'm not. You are. I do feel like people think back to you a lot. I'm hearing The One That Got Away by Katy Perry. I'm also being told children and animals are really drawn to you because of it. It's not just humans that are drawn to you and this infectious energy, it's animals and children. You may even find, like, whenever you get plants, they thrive. It's just your energy. You're a light being. You really are a light being. I feel like you're a light worker. But when we think of light workers, we always think, oh, Reiki and spirituality. And you can be a light worker in any sense. You know what I mean? Whether it's music, I don't know, driving a car, just being in someone's life and being a light for them. Like, you are that type of person. But you're just so adventurous, and that's what makes people fall in love with you. And you see gold in people too. You really do see the gold in people. And that's something that makes people fall in love with you too. The way that you look at the world. And you can tell a lot about someone by the way they look at the world. And you have a very positive outlook on a lot. You have a very bright outlook on a lot. You see the world in colour. A lot of people don't see the world that way. But you do. And it's I keep being told you're infectious. You're infectious. Like, I feel so drawn to you. You may get people say to you all the time, I'm so drawn to you, I don't even know why. I'm just so drawn to you. It's your energy. You're a light being. Pile number 2. What makes people fall in love with pile number 2? What makes people... I'm hearing 24 Carat, the song by Bruno Mars. Remember that song? I'm hearing that for you. That's how people feel about you. You're just a firecracker. You're so fun. It's never a dull moment with you. Pile number 2. What makes people fall in love with pile number 2, please, Spirit? Thunderstorm. I hear the Jessie Reyes lyric, the lightning couldn't beat my shine. Yeah, no. You are a powerhouse. And there's a talent that you have that you're very good at, that's going to bring you success in this lifetime. To be honest, it feels like the arts, or like singing, painting, dancing, anything like that, acting, they're taking me to like Leo energy in regards to that. But it could also be like spiritual work and you just motivating people, you know, tarot reading, whatever the case, like igniting that through spirituality. Whatever the case, I feel like there's a talent that you have, and it's to do with this flame that you have within you, that energy that just kind of commands people. I feel like you're going to do a lot with it in this lifetime. Or you have the potential to do a lot with it in this lifetime and to bring abundance to you like that. Anything else from the Thunderstorm card? What do we have at the back? We have Ceremony at the back. I feel like there's almost a feeling like you live every day as your last, or you, at least that's kind of like your motto. Seeing the light in things, having a party, having life as like a party, or just always seeing the silver lining. You could have the worst happen to you and you'll see the silver lining, you'll understand, and you'll grow from it to make your light burn even brighter. That's something that I'm being told. Like, the sun always comes out after the thunderstorm. I feel like you're it feels like you're a relief to people, which makes me feel like you may be a counselor or something like that. You must be. Or at least that's just how your friends see you. Like, I feel like you're the type of person where if I was going on a night out, I'd want you there. You know what I mean? You'd be the one dancing with me. Like, you're that type of person. You're very fun. Never a dull moment. I keep hearing that. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. That's what makes people fall in love with you. And the words you speak as well. Because when you're in a relationship, whether you've been in one before or not, even the words you speak, they hit right. That makes people feel something even deeper than maybe they would have done, because it's just the words that you say. I feel like you are quite romantic, even if you tell yourself you're not. You are. And I'm being told that you may even be surprised if you haven't been in a relationship before, when you get in one, how verbally open you are once you fall in love, and the things you say, because there's something about your words being very poetic to people, it touching a part of the heart that may not have been touched before. Like, that's something that I'm being told about you. And you really see the good in people, and it makes people feel good about themselves that you see that. You bring out qualities in people that they may repress around other people, that they may hide from other people. You bring that out. Pile number 2. What makes people fall in love with pile number 2? What makes people fall in love with my pile 2s? We have the... How do you say that? Grouse? Express yourself through rhythm. What was I saying about dancing? Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. What was I saying? You have a lot of energy in your body. You may dance a lot, just dance around your room, have little concerts in your room. That's cool. I do it too. But there's just so much energy within you. I just feel you're like a party. And again, there's a talent here, something to do with dancing or music or moving your body, maybe a fitness instructor or something like that. But there's a lot of energy within you. I feel like that's why you're so adventurous. For sure. And I feel like, again, you being that authentic and you seeing the good qualities in people, it makes them want to embody that more and shine that out more. Do you understand what I mean? It makes them want to do that and be more authentic. So by them being more authentic and they're not hiding, you know, anything, that then leaves room and space for two people to authentically connect away from lust, away from ego, and connect on a soul level and connect to love on that soul level and be able to like flourish in love. And I feel like that's what's had you separate the fakes from the reals. Not that they were like fake, but they didn't want to let go of the ego. They didn't want to let go of their the parts that make them authentic. They wanted to hide them away, people in your past, I feel. And that's what separated, because it was like, I can't embody that for this person because I don't even embody it for myself. Whereas you hold in space for people to be able to do that within themselves, the right people will let go of ego, let go of lust like that, and allow that hearty connection to like blossom. And that's something you do for people, and that's what makes people fall in love. The back of the deck is gorilla. Take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. I feel like you're a light for your family members. I feel like you help people. You bring strength to your family members, I feel. For sure. What card are we doing? Oracle. Goddess Oracle. Pile number 2, please, Spirit Guides. Pile number 2. What makes people fall in love with pile number 2? Oh, let me grab it. It's gone on the floor. We have 2 cards, but I'm going to use them because 2 of those cards came out for pile 1, so I'll use your 2 cards here. So we, right, what have I been saying this whole reading about you guys being a light for people and you guys motivating people? We literally have the sun. We literally have the sun here. That is you guys. That is you guys. Right there. Shining out. Being a very authentic expression of self. And it leaves way for the ego, the wounds, the worries to fall away by you embodying it. So when people step towards you in love, they have to let go of that to embody it with you. And then it leaves room for a beautiful love. And that's how you've separated from people that weren't for you, I'm being told. And I love how they're both yellowy orange as well. We also have salvation as well. I feel like you may have brought yourself from salvation. I feel like you may have had a lot of people try to dim your light. You know, thought, why is that person so happy? Why is that person... It's 11 minutes past on the clock, by the way, if you guys have been seeing 11. I feel like you've had people that have tried to throw rocks or tried to like dim your light, and all it's done is bring it back even more fierce. People have tried to make you not love yourself. It's made you love yourself more. People have tried to make you less confident. It's made you more confident. You know, you've come back fighting every time. You've allowed that fire to kind of like burn even brighter. Because it's something that can't go out, I'm being told. Even when you do shadow work and you feel a little bit lost, it doesn't go out. It's still there. Always. The back of the deck, we have creative spark. What was I saying about your creativity and seeing the world like that and being very connected to the arts, seeing life with color, and we literally have creative spark. That's you guys. And I feel like you ignite that in other people too. Definitely. You help people see life in color. I feel like you bring color to people's lives. Life doesn't have to be so mundane and 9 to 5, and you know, it doesn't have to be that way. Nothing wrong with a 9 to 5, but it's not the only way, and we can flavor that up. Like I said, you're very spicy, very flavorsome. You have a lot of texture to you as a person. Your personality is very vibrant and intricate and deep. That's why people miss you when you're gone, because it's like, where'd the sun go, you know? Pile number 2. But I'm being told you're going to meet some more suns. I feel like you haven't seen a lot of suns around you. Especially in your earlier life, you're going to fall into a lot of suns. If that makes sense. You're going to find a lot of like-minded people is what I'm trying to say when I say that. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. Pile number 2. What is it about pile number 2 that makes people fall in love with them? Final card. What makes people fall in love with pile number 2? What have we got here? Seraphimite. Okay, my mind and spirit are connected with each other and the divine. What was I saying about you guys being connected to the masculine and the feminine as well? Like, you're quite balanced, pile number 2. I feel like the only time you'd really like fly off the handle if someone really disrespected you, because it's like, well, I wouldn't. What I'm being told is the only time you'd really like fly off the handle or anything like that is if someone really disrespected you. Because like I said, you really love the people in your life, you really connect to those people in your life, and you're very loyal. So anyone to be disloyal to you, it really hurts you. It really does. And I feel like that's a time where you may, you know, allow that fire energy to get a bit too much sometimes. But I just feel like it's out of that love for self and that respect for self and that loyalty to self as well. Like, why would you do me like that? I wouldn't do you like that. It's a feeling like that, you know. But people love that about you, that you treat people the way you want to be treated, and you have so much love for people in regards to that, you know. The back of the deck, remember that, oh my god, what was I saying about the spark within you, like that fire? It literally says, remember the divine spark within. Look at these synchronicities. Aspire toward enlightenment, increase mental clarity and intelligence, improve telepathic communication skills. What was I saying about that spark? And aspire towards enlightenment. I feel like you see the abundance of life around you all the time. You see the potential in people. You see that sun in everyone around you. It's like, you see that enlightenment, you see the higher selves of people around you. And you treat people as such, you know? I feel like you've learned to put in boundaries so people don't just take, and you've learned that just because someone has potential doesn't mean that they want to reach it for themselves. But you've been on a self-worth journey. It doesn't feel like self-love, it feels like self-worth. Knowing your power and knowing who you are. Understanding who you are, not letting other people's words burden you or diminish that light within you. Realizing how powerful your light is and understanding it, and understanding that you are money. You know what I mean? Understanding that you are worthy. I feel like that's what's drawing people in, and that's what's having people step towards you and fall in love with you. Embracing that energy within you, embracing that optimism that maybe some people have tried to dim and told you not to look at life that way. I feel like embracing all of that, it's what's bringing people in for you. Pile number 2. But yeah, what makes people fall in love with you, pile 2, is your compassion, your generosity, your charm, your enthusiasm for life, the colors that you see in life, the colors that you just admit energetically from yourself. That's what makes people fall in love with you. Your words are very rich, your soul is very rich, and it exudes out very like luxurious in that way, but it's very bright. And I feel like that's what makes people fall in love with you. Your laughter, and again, there's something poetic about you and your words, the way that you speak, it's your voice, 100%. So that's what makes people fall in love with you, part 2. I really hope that you enjoyed. To watch part 2, I have the link in my description box so you can go onto Iso's channel and you can watch her video too. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at what it is about you that makes people fall in love with you. One of the things that came through as I was tapping in, I am being told that you guys may be Clairaudient, because I was picking up like a lot of, you know, when you're getting messages clairvoyantly and it almost sounds like your hearing is heightened and you can hear things from like far away. It felt like that as I was tapping into you guys. So you may have those gifts breaking, or you may have always had that, but that's something that came through as I was tapping into you. But the song that came through, you know the scene from Pocahontas where she sings "Listen with your heart, you will understand"? That came through as well. So it was funny how I was picking up clairaudience and then I was hearing "listen with your heart." So yeah, I really do feel like you're connected to spirit through like psychic hearing. I feel like you have clairaudience because that came through pretty strong. But yeah, let's get into the reading for you. So you guys chose the Midnight Ghost. This is actually one of my favorite perfumes, this one. I'm gonna pop it up here and we're going to get straight in. I'm going to start with tarot, and then we'll move into your oracle cards. So pile number, let me know guys, my left eye keeps twitching. Never done it before, recently started happening. Let me know if you know what that means for me, because I've googled it and I can't really get a straight answer. So if you guys have any clarity as to why my left eye keeps twitching, let me know. Could be stress, I don't know. But pile 3, tap me into the collective of pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Tap me into the collective of pile number 3. What is it about pile number 3 that makes people fall in love with them? What makes people fall in love with pile number 3? What makes people fall in love with pile number 3? I'm going to lay the cards first. We have the Hierophant. I'll channel once I've got the cards out. What makes people fall in love with pile number 3? I'm being shown birds. Birds, birds, birds. Lots of birds. You may have a strong connection to birds. Pile number 3. What makes people fall in love with pile number 3? 2 of Wands. What makes people fall in love with pile number 3? Please, spirit guides. You grab your card. We have the Knight of Swords. What makes people fall in love with pile number 3? Please, spirit guides. What makes people fall in love with pile number 3? Oh, what's that song from Mamma Mia? It was an ABBA song. If you change your mind, take a chance on me. That's the song. You know what it is? Pile 3, like, you have a lot to you, like, and I'll get into what makes you lovable in a sec. You have a lot that I'm about to tap into when they're letting me know that. But I feel like you're very selective with who you bring around you. Very careful with who you bring into your energy. I think you are very sensitive to energy, so you're careful with who you bring in. Or I'm just hearing like I don't play when it comes to my heart. Like, I don't want to just bring anyone in for the sake of it. Maybe you've been hurt in the past, but there is a caution to your energy. And I don't know why, I just keep feeling like people around you, like, singing Take a Chance on Me, like, let me in, like, do you know what I mean? Like, knocking on the door, like, let me in, like, let me in, you're not opening up to me, or please open up to me. Because I feel like people may see you from a distance, or see you on social media, or see you interacting with friends, and they see it, they're showing me like a rose blooming, you know what I mean? So much energy opening up and blooming, and it's so beautiful. It's like the jewel in the lotus, but then it's like the more closer they get, and then trying to like reach into you, it's like it closes. You know them flowers, are they called Venus flytraps, where they just shut? It feels like that. It all goes back into a bud again. I think you're very careful. You may have a water rising. So you may be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces rising. Like, you will go into your shell unless you feel safe to open up to people. And I feel like you've left a lot of people like, well, open up to me, like, let me in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you leave people like that a bit. Because I feel like people see you when you're like this open kind of rose, this open lotus, and it's like people want a bite of that, people want to tap into it, but you're so cautious. You may not even realize you do it, because I feel like you're oblivious sometimes when people are trying to like get into it, because it's like I'm picking up like someone that's not aware when people are trying to flirt with them, or not aware, but it's like what's actually lovable about you is like your brain's kind of wired differently. I feel like people try to flirt with you and stuff, and it's like it goes over your head, you don't realize it, because you don't like naturally flirt like that. So it's like I don't, and I think that person's just being nice to me, and I feel like you may shut it down, or you may just think it's small talk, and you might not want to anticipate, like, in, you know, get involved with it, and then that person walks away thinking, oh, they didn't like me. And it wasn't that you didn't like them, you just didn't even realize they were flirting. You know what I mean? Let me sort this up. Yeah, you're very it feels like your brain's wired differently. Like, you're very connected, you're very analytical, you're in your own world sometimes, but it's what's lovable about you. Pile number, and it's not in a naive way. It's not like people are like, oh, that person's naive and they're just like daydreaming. It's not even a case like that. You seem almost quite serious and lost in thought. Like, I feel like a lot of people, what makes them fall in love with you is your brain, but trying to pick your mind. Like, I feel like you're not that type of person that will have a little small talk about like, how's the weather, how's the kids. Like, you're not like that. Like, I feel like you go very deep. You're a very deep person, pile 3, and I feel like there's so much that goes on up in your brain. It's like if someone wants to interact with you or share energy with you like that, they've got to come in with like something that will ignite you to want to like understand and delve deep with, you know what I mean? I feel like you don't care too much for surface level, so it has people like, you know, why aren't you letting me in? And it's like, it's not a case of I'm not letting you in. This is what I'm being told. It's not a case you don't let them in. It's a case of like, I'm here in the deep waters, come to me. And they're like, well, I don't know how. And you're like, oh, well, sucks to be you. Like, it's that type of energy, but it's like, how do I get to that person? It's like, you're that jewel at the bottom of the ocean. It's like, let me get there, because they feel the energy, they feel the depth, they see you maybe talking about certain things, and it's admirable, but it's like, how do I get there? I need to get into that door, but it just won't open. There's a feeling of that with some people. And I feel like a lot of people think back to you are still, I feel like you shift a lot and change a lot. Your mind shifts and changes, like you're here 1 minute, then you're not. You're kind of like missed. So a lot of people that have been in your life like think about you like, I wonder what they're up to now. Or it's like someone may not see you in a year and you're a completely different person. You've transformed, you've transmuted, and it's like you're somebody else, and they're just like, whoa, they have to get to know you all over again. And that's like an excitement, and I feel like that's what makes people fall in love with you. It's like you know the meme, they're showing me a meme, you know the meme when it's like when you sign up for like a free trial with different emails, and then it's like, I don't know if you've seen it, it's like a picture of Snoop Dogg with different wigs on. It's like, that's you. I'm not saying you're like multiple people, but you live and have lived many incarnations in just this one incarnation. So there's so much to you. You're shifting and changing all the time, and it's like trying to keep up with you. It's hard, but it's what makes people fall in love with you, because it's like they never know with you. You're like full of surprises like that, and you're you dance to the beat of your own drum type of thing. You're like Pocahontas. They wanted her to marry Coco, and she was like, no, because I'm having a dream and I'm seeing strange clouds, like I need to, you know, do something else. And she sings that song like just around the river band, like I'm gonna just like follow the lake and see where it takes me. Like you're like that. You're very like, you can be stubborn but you're very like that. Like you have your own way of doing things, and it's like, that's something that's very admirable. It makes people fall in love with you. You're your own person. A lot of people are like, you know, a lot of people may try and copy others or do stuff to please others, and that's fine if that's the life that they've chosen, but I feel like that's not you. Strong Aquarius energy here, quite rebellious. I feel like you're quite rebellious. Pile number 3. What makes people fall in love with pile number 3? 2 of Swords. And the back of the deck, we have the 4 of Pentacles. What was I saying? It's like my energy needs to stay clear. I'm not bringing you into my energy right now with the 4 of Pentacles. Like, unless I feel like you're worthy or you have something, you know, vital to say that can add to this discussion, I don't see the point in like conversing in energy. It's 33 on the clock, if you guys have been seeing 33 a lot. So spirit guides, what makes people fall in love with pile number 3? You know what it is as well, another thing that people love about you and what makes people fall in love with you is how witty you are. You're very intelligent, your mind's very quick like this, right? You may be a life path 7 or a life path 5. You're very witty and quick, and I feel like you have a very dry humor. You're not someone that's like the loudest in the room, but like when you say something, your words are gold. And I feel like people like to listen to you, or people like to see your verdict on things, or people just, I just feel like you're someone that doesn't need to say a whole lot, but when you do, you pick the right words that it really hits. Someone could talk for hours, you could say 10 words and it's like golden, you know what I mean? Like you know this about your energy, because you're very again, 4 of Pentacles, I'm keeping it to myself. I don't want anyone coming into this, you know what I mean, into this into my aura. Like I need to be careful where I'm putting my energy, but it creates this like you know, like designer labels when they have their products out, it's like they won't put their products on sale because they know that their products are of value. You're like that. It's like, I'm not coming off my pedestal because I'm a shark. What am I going to be doing swimming with the tadpoles? I don't want to do that. And I don't mean it in an egotistic way. I just feel like there's just a lot of depth to you. I want to get deeper. You're connected to spirit. You're my spiritual pilot of the 4. You're very connected to your psychic body, your spiritual body, very connected to spirit. And this is why you seem like you're in your own world, because you are literally plugged into another paradigm, and that paradigm is like dwindle in between the worlds of spirit and the physical. Some of you guys read tarot, some of you guys are astrologers, some of you guys direct channel with this Hierophant card, very connected to spirit. So I feel like because of that, it's like, how do I explain this? A lot of people will find happiness and contentment outside of themselves, whereas I feel like you find it within. A lot of people will rely on others to influence them to be confident, or rely on others to bring the fun. You're having a whole party in the higher realms with spirit. You know what I mean? You don't rely on anything in the physical. It's like, I can master the physical, but you see energy. I feel like you're someone that sees energy very well. You're very intuitive, very psychic. You're my most psychic pile, I feel like. Not that anyone's more psychic than other, but I feel like you're ones that embody it a lot. You may feel very alien, and I feel like you're very different. I feel like you stand out from the crowd, but you're supposed to, and that's something that makes people fall in love with you as well, is how genuine you are and how authentic you are and how you dance to the beat of your own drum. Okay, the crowd's going right, well, I'm going left. You're somebody like that. Okay, we're all complying to this, well, I'm going to do this, or we're all wearing this because it's a trend. Nah, it doesn't suit me. And I'm not saying like, you know, your energy is like not like other girls, but it's just this energy of like, I do what I want, and I do what feels right for me, and that is what makes people fall in love with you, because it's like the fact that you don't need anybody, you don't need to take from anybody, you just are. That's something that's so interesting. And I feel like the way that you speak, the way that you talk, the way that you look at the world, when you relay that, that's something that makes people fall in love with you, because you really see people deeply, like really see people. You may even be like psychologists. I feel like you really understand like the human brain, the way, the reason why people move the way that they do. I feel like you're someone that's able to tap into people's inner child, and when people are acting out and they're being mean or whatever, you're able to see that inner child and see why they're doing it. You're very, very, very intelligent. But because of that, I feel like when you're in a relationship or you're with someone or even like friends with someone, you really read them. You don't even need cards to read them. You just read them naturally. You understand things on a deeper level, and it brings a sense of peace to people. And I feel like that's something that makes people fall in love with you. I'm also being told you dress in a different way, or you do your hair in a different way, and that's something as well. It's like you really are your own individual. This feels very like Aquarius energy coming through. You, even if like you're doing something that other people are doing, like you make it your own. And you have a really cool way of looking at things. It's almost like you're an alien walking among humans. Like that's how it feels. Starseed, if you believe in starseeds, I feel like you're Arcturian starseeds, pile 3. You feel like Arcturian beings, Arcturian starseeds, if you believe in that, because they're coming through. I'm seeing their energy coming through. Strong intuition, strong psychic abilities as well. I want to get deeper into like your characteristics as well and little things you do, because I'm reading your energy, but I want to see like surface level as well, little things that you do. You're very magnetizing because you go like, I wouldn't say like against the crowd. It's not like I'm starting a revolution type thing. It's just like I'm doing what's right for me. You may live like an alternative lifestyle, but because of that, you doing something different, it's like you're right there plugging in a new paradigm, and then people that are like you and like-minded are then drawn to you. And I feel like you're going to draw a lot of people in that like, they're showing me 11th house, Aquarius energy. I don't know whether you're going to get a social media presence, or if you already have one, you might. There's almost a sense of like a community or friendships, or starting like a circle where people are like you. And it's like, you know, in Harry Potter, when they created that room to practice spells away from the really mean headmistress that came in, there's something about that coming through about you guys. I feel like you speak up for the underdog. You almost feel like you are the underdog sometimes. You understand the underdog. You want to stick up for them and shine a light on them. It's like, you may have felt like a little bit of like a misfit in school and stuff like that, but it was because you were plugged in differently. I'm not saying that you're better than anyone else. You were just plugged in differently to see things deeper, to see things from a different level, because if you guys don't resonate with starseeds, I feel like you will someday, because you feel that way. But people see that and it's magnetizing, and I feel like that's what makes people fall in love with you. Your chat and your mind. I want to go deeper because the cards aren't even doing it justice, and I feel like I'll probably be able to pull on more energy with the oracles. There's something about your mind. People fall in love with your mind. The things that you say, the way that you look at things. I'm being shown somebody writing in a book. Maybe you write stories, maybe you write books. You may have a lot of third house placements. Definitely air energy coming through here. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You're very mentally stimulating. You see people, pile 3. What is it about pile number 3 that makes people fall in love with them, Spirit? What is it about pile number 3? Yeah, the thing is, like, even if someone was to, like, I have to be careful with the words, but even if someone was to have sex with you, it's like you take it deeper, you tap in deeper. When someone's to be friends with you, you take it deeper. That person isn't just a friend. You see their soul. You understand what they mean in this lifetime to you. You see the give and take. You get it. You understand it. And I feel like that makes people so drawn to you and feel so seen and want to be in your life like that. You almost feel like priestess, like priest vibes. Like, you feel like you have those vibes. Like, you would have been like a priestess in like Egyptian times or something like that. Like, that's how it feels. And with the veil here, it's, I don't know, it's just making me feel like you would have been someone that people would go to consult for like wisdom, because you've got a lot of it within you, pile 3. But we have prayer here. See, this is the thing about you as well. I'm hearing 3 Little Birds by Bob Marley. It's like you see beyond, so you don't stress a lot. Like, you're not someone that's just going to get wound up by little things, or someone doing this or someone doing that, and getting frustrated and allowing it to take over you. You're very grounded in that sense. Even though there's so much air energy, you're so grounded. You don't let things get to you because you can see beyond. You can see the higher meaning. You can see the bigger meaning. So you're very connected to source, and there's this energy of whatever will be, it will be. I'm connected to myself, which means I'm home. I don't have to worry about these things. So you're that element of peace there. And I feel like you're very calming, and that's something that makes people fall in love with you as well. You're very calming. People feel very safe in your presence, and you bring people, you ground people back down, which is so ironic, the fact that you feel so airy, but you do ground people, but it's with a sense of reassurance and understanding and seeing things from a higher perspective. It's like you make people see the bigger picture because you see the bigger picture. You're a safe haven for people, and I feel like even in your relationships, like, your energy is very golden like that. Like, you're a safe haven. I would say your energy is golden, but your energy feels like a white light. I see a lot of like blues, but your energy feels like a white light, like a bright beaming white light. That's how it feels. And look at all the little, this is the symbol of healing here, the circles going around. I feel like it's very healing to people. Yeah, I feel like and especially with the end of the Hierophant, guys, you were someone in past lives that, like, whether you're an astrologer, numerologist, psychic, you would read for people or deliver messages for people, whether you were like an elder in like a tribe, or you just worked for maybe even royalty. Like, it's coming through like that. Like, people would have come to you for that, for sure. And you're waking up to that and being told. The back of the deck, we have death at the back of the deck. At the back of the deck. At the back of the deck, we have death. That's a tongue twister. And I was saying blue, and we got the blues here as well. So with the death card, I love how I said you may be like past 7, and we have 7 here. With the death card here, I feel like a lot of your wisdom has come from a lot of death and rebirths. A little bit similar to pile number 1 in a way. Like, you've been through you may have been through a dark night of the soul in this lifetime, and it's brought you to the depths of darkness and back up. So there's so much wisdom. You see things from such a higher perspective. It's like you see why things are going on in the world. You understand that. And it's like a lot of people around you are like, who is this person? Who is this person? I feel like your relationships are going to be very few in this lifetime. Like, I don't feel you're someone that will, or is even happy to have like 10 relationships and be in and out of relationships. I feel like your relationships are going to be very few, and they're going to be very long term. You may even find that you're with one person for life, or you may just have like 2 or 3 connections that go on for like a decade. That's the type of relationships you're going to have. And I feel like a lot of your earlier lives, I can't even speak, you know, because you've got so much air energy. I'm channeling it, and then my brain's just going blah 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 blah. But you have so much like depth to you, and you need a lot of alone time to understand it and preserve your energy. And you know that you don't want to invite anyone in that can't withstand that and add value to you. So it's like, I'm only going to allow someone to come in that can really stand here with me and give me my space. Because I'm hearing Ariana Grande's song, NASA. I'll give you the whole world, but I'm going to need space. Like, I'm hearing that. And there needs to be a lot of freedom in your connection. So I feel like for those souls to come in, they need to be resonating at your frequency. And I feel like you may like have gone through like childhood or your teenage years like alone and not had a relationship, and then you'll come into one and it'll be very long-winded and like long, or it could be for life. But either way, it's like there's so much to get done, and there's so much like within you and whoever you would bring in that close. There's so much depth there, there's so much to grow there, there's so much to be like seen there. I just feel like, yeah, your relationships are going to be as intricate as your mind. Yeah. And I feel like you may have put up barriers with people. You may have liked them, but then you were putting up barriers, you didn't know why. Your soul knew why. They weren't able to, like, you know, if you were pouring all your energy into them, it would have been imbalanced. Not that you were better than them, but different paradigms is all it was. Yeah, pile number 3. Tap me into the collective of pile number 3. What is it that makes people fall in love with pile number 3? Aphrodite. Do you guys work with Aphrodite? You might do. You guys, you've, in this lifetime, and I know it's nothing to do with the reading, but you're very for self. So I feel like I've picked up a lot about you in this reading and what you've kind of been through. Because I feel like a lot of you, a lot of just who you are in general and what you've been through, that's what people love about you. What I'm being taken to here is the fact that she's covered in pink. And so is Aphrodite here. Do you see these cards? They both have this beautiful pink color. Now, pink is the color of the higher heart chakra. And I feel like you've been on an incredible inner journey in this lifetime. And I feel like you've had to really learn to love yourself. I feel like you radiate at a hearty level. Maybe you gave that away freely when you were younger. You've learned to put up boundaries and love yourself. And I feel like you're very connected to the divine that way and very connected to your heart chakra, which is why you're so protective with your energy and why you may be so sensitive, because your heart is very open to people around you. You see the light in people. That's why we have both of these pinky energies here. And I feel like because you see the light in people and because you're so sensitive to people, I feel like people are drawn to you for that divine feminine essence. Whether you're a male or female, you're very connected to your divine feminine. You really do empathize with people and see the light in people and see the depth in people. But it's like, how do I explain this? A heart that pure, it's like, how do I put this into words? A heart that pure needs to have a lot of depth and has to have a lot of strength. And I feel like you've gone through a lot in your lifetime to strengthen that chakra, if that makes sense. You've been through a lot to find a lot of wisdom in that area of life. I feel like there's been like a big theme of like learning to love yourself in this lifetime, learning boundaries in this lifetime, and learning who you are and learning to accept yourself as who you are. And by doing that, I feel like you would have gone through a lot teenage years or through childhood, and I feel like you would have analyzed so much of it with that beautiful brain of yours to kind of like transmute it into wisdom. And I feel like that's something that people admire about you, as well as you being very, very attractive. Aphrodite was a goddess of love and beauty, and you guys are very, very attractive. And I feel like this is the thing. People are running towards you, like that Belle analogy, like when, you know, they're all like Gaston's trying to get Belle's attention. People are running towards you and they're saying, take a chance on me. But it's like they're stepping towards you and they see your beautiful energy, but they can't comprehend it in their brain. So they're seeing your looks. They're seeing your aura and how attractive you are. Maybe they've just been drawn to you for that. And you've been like, I don't speak that language. I don't really want any of that. I feel like you've drawn in a lot of people that just come to you for your looks and the way that you look. You almost give me like fairy vibes. Whether you're male or female, you're very graceful and very delicate. And that's something that would definitely add to people falling in love with you, but it's so much more than just looks. I feel like some people just get stuck on the looks and that's it. And there's so much more to you and you know this. Which then created that barrier, like, take a chance on me, and you're like, I don't know, there's not much else to go off of, because you know what I mean, when it's time to open up like that. Yeah, the back of the deck, we have creative spark. at the back of the deck. Let's pull another card. With the creative spark at the back of the deck though, and with it being the number 8. Oh, hang on guys, 2 seconds. Was that blurry? Are we blurry now? Number 8, look at that. And the number 8, it's the 8th house. It's like the occult, you know what I mean? It's sexual energy, it's death and rebirth, it's Plutonian energy. But with creative spark being there, yeah, you guys are psychic. Like, you guys are really psychic. Somebody here has Jupiter in the 8th house. Very, very psychic. And I feel like you're almost here to mix creativity with spirit. That's an energy that I'm picking up for you guys. Pile 3. I love how the 2 pink colours like correspond with each other. That's beautiful. You have a very pure heart. That's why it's easier for you to connect with spirit, because with spirit there's no falsehood. Do you understand what I mean? It's like you're connecting on that soul level. Same with animals and plants and that. It's like there's no ego. It's just spirit and it's just love, and it feels more resonant for you. You feel seen with spirit. You feel seen with animals, and you will feel seen with the people that come into your life. But it's just you have a lot of depth to you, which makes you feel like I'm gonna have to create this my own world to live in, because I don't quite want to be in this other one. You know what I mean? It's just that you're wired into a different paradigm, it feels. But it's for a reason. I feel like you're a born healer. I know that's not a part of, you know, it, but I just feel like I need to go deeper with you guys. Pile 3, what makes people... Oh, we got the seagull. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. Yeah, I feel like you've done a lot of that with that 8th house energy. And then the heart chakra, I feel like you've alchemized a lot of pain into wisdom. Alchemized a lot of energy in this lifetime. I'm looking at the ocean in the background as well. Yeah, this is the thing. You have such a pure heart. People may look at that and think, oh yeah, that person's naive. But when people fall in love with you, and what they fall in love with, is it I can't speak with you guys. Like, I have never had this problem, but I'm having a problem with you guys' this energy, because there's so much coming through. What makes people fall in love with you is they see that heart, that naivety, that purity, it never came from weakness, it came from strength. Because to be able to embody that on a pure level in a world like this, that's strength. And that's something that makes people fall in love with you. The back of the deck is the bow. Face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you will emerge victorious. That's just a motto of your life. I feel like that's just what you've done. You've been able to transmute pain into healing. Let's take a look at the crystal card. Final card for you guys. Pile number 3. What makes people fall in love with pile number 3, please, spirit guides? What makes people fall in love with pile number 3? You need someone that can reach the depths of your heart, I feel. We have pyrite. My confidence is rock solid. I take positive action to manifest my goals. You're a powerhouse. You're a powerhouse. I'm not saying, oh, people fall in love with your power. As we've seen in this reading, it's a lot deeper than that. But the strength of your heart and the person that you are, it's hard for me to pinpoint what people fall in love with about you, because there's so much to you that I feel like even if someone fell in love with you, it would be hard for them to even explain everything, because it's a feeling that you get. It's the depth, it's a soul level, it's a connection on a soul level. Your relationships are going to be very like divine counterpart, like divinely guided, the ones that come into your life and fall in love with you, because this is depth that is finest, to the point that I can't even characterize it. Like, I can't verbalize it. Do you know what I mean? I hope I did enough in this reading, but that's how it feels. It's like gold dust. I'm hearing angel dust. I'm hearing this song by Tamira, Angel Dust. Yeah. This is the thing. It's like you dwindle between you 2 worlds. It's like you're here, then you're not. Then you're here, then you're not. That's your energy. You feel like mist. Like, I want to grab you, but then I can't. Wow, that was like really interesting. You have very, very deep energy, and I hope this resonated with you and made sense for you. So yeah, that's what I have for you, pile number 3. I really hope that you enjoyed. To watch part 2 on Aso's channel, I will have the link in the description box for you guys to go and watch that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey Pal 4, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at what makes people fall in love with you. So you guys chose the pink perfume, the Sweetheart perfume. I'm going to pop that up here and we are going to get straight in. I'm going to start with tarot as usual, guys, and then I'm going to move into the oracle cards. So pile number 4, spirit guides, they're showing me butterflies the minute I tap into you guys. If that's the totem that you've been seeing. But spirit guides, tap me into the collective of pile number 4. What makes people fall in love with pile number 4? I don't know why, like I'm picking up like a really fresh energy. Bear with me as I explain this. You feel like someone that, I don't know, I just keep getting a feeling like you feel healthy or you look healthy. You may be very like naturally attractive, not wear a lot of makeup. I don't know why. You may have like I'm picking up very like clear skin, very like a porcelain effect. Whether you're male or female, like that's what I'm picking up. Something about you feels crisp the minute I'm tapping in. Let me know what that's about, but I don't know. You may have like a lot of Venusian vibes, like Taurus, Libra in your chart, but something feels very crisp and fresh about you. I don't know whether you eat very healthy or you live a very healthy lifestyle, or maybe you talk about that or post about that on social media, but that's something that's coming through. Like you feel serene. that's what I'm picking up. You feel very serene. Pile number 4. You may have just meditated or just come out the shower or the bath. That might be something that I'm picking up. Or you may have been like juicing or fasting or something like that. Pile number 4. I'm hearing Billie Eilish's song Ocean Eyes. So one thing that I'm picking up straight away for you guys, pile 4, is there's something about your eyes that makes people fall for you. I'm not saying people fall in love with you just based off of your eyes, but it's something that does make people fall for you. I feel like you have, it doesn't feel like deep set scorpionic eyes. It feels more like doughy eyes, like Cancer eyes. If you may have a lot of Cancer placements, they're making me feel like, I don't know whether you have like blue eyes or whether it's just you have very like unusual coloring in your eyes, or your eyes feel very deep. You may not even realize it, but you may find people like really staring at you, or even when you're having a conversation with people, like even people that are quite confident, they may like not be able to look at your eyes and like look at the floor, like not in the sense that they're intimidated, but there's just this mesmerizing feeling that I'm almost picking up from you guys, pal 4. Like you have very, very beautiful eyes, and that's something people remember about you, and there's something very warm about your aura, and that draws people in. So that is something that I picked up straight away. Pile 4, spirit guides, what makes people fall in love with pile number 4? Oh, your cards have just leaped out of my hands onto the floor. 2 seconds, guys. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, what are the cards that we have? We have the 5 of Pentacles. So I'm going to pull 2 more cards, and then I'm going to just direct channel. So pile number 4, please, spirit guides. What makes people fall in love with pile number 4? What makes, there's something about you that's very family orientated or warm and inviting. Like I don't know, do you have like a lot of siblings, or do you have like a big family? Even if you don't, there's just this feeling that when people are involved with you, and one thing that makes people like fall in love with you is you feel very homely. I said this before, and apparently like in some like countries, like the word homely isn't a nice word, but in the UK, like homely means like you feel like home, you feel safe, you feel like a safe haven, and that's an energy that you literally possess. There's something very like ethereal about you, but you feel very, very warm. And I don't know whether it's a big family that you have, or whether it's just your energy that's very grand like that. You make people feel at home, you make people feel at peace within themselves when they're around you. You have a lot to offer, and I do feel that people look at you that way. But there's something about like when I keep feeling like if I was someone that didn't have a lot of family around me, or if I felt very lonely, or I couldn't connect with people and friends, I feel like if I was in your presence, you'd make me feel like a part of your family, or you'd treat me like family, and you're very warm and generous like that. And that's something that makes people fall in love with you, because it's like, in this world, a lot of people would chase a lot of like false highs and ego, you know, material things, and that's fine, but that fades, lust fades, all of these things fade. But when someone's being attracted to you literally off the fact of your pure energy and your heart and the way you're making people feel, and that generosity that you just have on a soul level, that's like a soul connection. So I do feel like a lot of people that do enter your life, whether they're in your life for a couple of months, whether they're in your life for like a year, they almost feel like you're a soulmate in a way. And I feel like that's something that makes people fall in love with you, is they feel connected to you on a soul level. They instantly feel like this feels like soulmate energy. That is something that I'm picking up. And if you feel like, okay, well, I've had people in my life and they didn't, you know, they ran away, they left me out in the cold, like they didn't fall in love with me, it was because maybe that warmth and that, you know, feeling of home that they felt in you, it was triggering to them because they never had it in their own home, so they ran away from it. And I feel like that may have happened to you in the past, but I feel like the people that you're going to draw in on a soul level, like they're going to have this instant connection to you, because you're very, I'm being told the Selena Gomez song Rare, not necessarily like the lyrics of Rare, because she's talking about someone not seeing her worth, but just in the sense that you're seen as like a rare gem, like you're very genuine, and that's very rare in a kind of like plastic world. That's how people see you, and I feel like that's what makes people fall in love with you. And I'm also being told you're very tender and very loving. Like, I don't know whether you're very touchy-feely when you're in a relationship, or you're just very attentive. There's something about like physical needs and you being very attentive physically. You may like play with people's hair, or like just be very, you know, like touch people. I'm not saying you go around touching and poking people, you know what I mean, but like you just feel like someone that your touch is very soothing and very warm and very loving, and that's something that makes people fall in love with you, because it's just like you're nurturing, you're very, very nurturing. Again, I keep being taken to like, not that this would make people fall in love with you, but they keep referencing your looks. So I feel like people may be drawn to you for your looks. I just feel like you are very attractive, whether it's like naturally attractive or it's like aesthetically attractive. Like strong Venus Venusian energy, like Libra Taurus, like I'm picking that up. You don't have to have that in your chart, but I just feel that from you. You feel very ethereal. Like I almost feel like, even to look at you, I just feel like there's not like a hair out of place. And even if there is, there's just something about your aura where it just like, even your imperfections are perfect. So people do, I wouldn't say people idolize you, but there's just, it's your aura. That's what it is. That's why I'm having trouble pinpointing it. It's your aura. It's just your genuine nature. That's what gives off that aesthetically pleasing feel and that warmth, you know? I want to get deeper. Pile, I also feel like you are someone that does little things for people to show that you care. You may like listen and see that somebody likes a certain drink and you'll bring that to them, or like I'm hearing you have a really good memory and you're very sentimental like that. You might have some Cancer placements, so I feel like you'll hear that somebody likes a certain food, you'd make that for them. There's just something about that. And if you've never been in a relationship and you've never done that, you may find you'd be like that in a relationship. Like I just see you being very attentive, and it's just very warming to people, and that's what makes people fall in love. I don't know whether you have a very light voice, like an airy voice, whether you're male or female. There's just a very fairy like, or like silky voice, very soft spoken. And I also feel like you have really good manners. That isn't something that would make people fall in love with you, but there's a lot coming through, and they're telling me like you have very good manners and you're just very polite. The way that you feel like ethereal, you feel very graceful. Pile number 4, what makes people fall in love with pile number 4, please, spirit guides? What makes people fall in love with pile number 4, the Hierophant? Are you connected to spirit in some way? It's fine if you're not. But I do feel like people may come to you for like wisdom or advice. I feel like you might be that person, because I am picking up a little bit of Virgo energy, in the sense that it could be like Venus and Virgo, because I am picking up you like to do like little things for people and stuff. But I also feel like you're very, again, taking on that Libra energy, very diplomatic. Like you're not the type of person to just like allow your emotions to get away with you and like kick off. Like you're the type of person where in a friend group people are fighting, you're the mediator, because you see both sides. You're very empathetic like that, but you're also very grounded. So again, that's what's bringing peace to people as well. I just feel like if you were in a relationship with someone and they were going through something, I feel like you'd be able to guide them through it and give them like a higher perspective of it and bring them peace in that situation. You're like a bringer of peace, and that's what makes people fall in love with you, because this world is chaotic. This world is very chaotic, the things that go on. So being like peace and like a safe haven, I feel like you are that for people. Pile number, what card just flipped over? We have the High Priestess that just flipped over for you guys. So you may have a lot of water energy in your chart. The back of the deck is the Page of Cups, but the Page of Cups is reversed. So I'm going to pop that down. So I don't know why I'm hearing that song by Faith Hill, There You'll Be. Like, this is only going to resonate for a few people, but were you in a connection with somebody that, like, passed away? Because I'm literally hearing the Faith Hill, is it Faith Hill? Faith Hill, There You'll Be. And she's singing about, like, a lover that had passed on. It could just be, like, a soulmate from, like, a past life, but it could be someone that's, like, passed on in this lifetime that you had, like, love for. I almost feel like they're around you helping guide this reading because they would have had love for you. It could even be, like, a parent, but that's, like, coming through to show you those traits. Let me know if you have. It's, like, it's either a parental figure, like a grandparent or a sibling or something like that, or it's like a relationship, someone that would have passed away. They're almost like around you guiding this reading. It's not going to be for everybody, but that's something that came through. But I am picking up a lot of water energy from you guys as well. This actual readings, like, there's a lot of water energy that's come through, and I think it's because you guys are, like, you especially are very empathic and intuitive, but it's in a very grounded way. Sometimes as empaths we can give too much. It's 22 on the clock, by the way, if you guys have been seeing that number a lot. Just got drawn to show you. Yeah, a lot of people, they can be empathic or connected to spirit, but they haven't mastered the art of grounding. So it's like they can connect very well, but they can't bring a lot into the physical, or they have trouble feeling present in the physical. And I feel like with the Hierophant and the High Priestess, you're very connected to spirit. I feel like you have a strong spirit team around you. I'm actually being told that you have mediumship and that it's slowly breaking through time. But what I'm also being told is you've mastered the art of grounding, which is why you're able to really channel and bring that peace from the higher realms, bring that angelic, like, essence into the physical to kind of, like, guide people, because you've mastered grounded, whether you did it in other lifetimes or whether you've learned to ground yourself and connect to Mother Gaia in this lifetime. But because of that, you almost hold out as an anchor of peace for people. Like, you're anchoring the higher realms down to earth, and you're like that anchor of peace. So because of that, I feel like that's something that makes people fall in love with you, you know. Page of Cups reversed. Why have we got the Page of Cups reversed, please? Spirit guides. Yeah, this is the thing as well. When we're looking at someone that we want to be in a relationship with long term, when we're in a relationship with somebody that we want to marry or build with, we're not looking for somebody that's like here, there, and everywhere. We're looking for, well, not, some people are, but most people, they're looking for someone that they can really build with, someone that has that peace within themselves and that they can build the foundations up. That's you guys, and I feel like that's what makes people fall in love with you, because people are instantly like, oh, this is someone I can build with, this is someone I can actually have a genuine connection with. And again, if you're like, well, people have walked away, like I said, if someone's too scared to have a genuine connection and they see you're that type of person, they're going to run for the hills. So don't take people walking away from you in the past as rejection of like you not being worthy. It was that they didn't feel that they could stand next to you. That's something I'm being told to say. But when we look at this Page of Cups, the reason it's reversed, when it's upright, that fish is jumping out of that cup. There's endless possibilities that are going to happen. We don't know how that fish got in that cup. We don't know why that fish is in that cup. It's very random, and it's like, it's out of the blue. Whereas you guys, it's like, I can build with that person. That person has a lot of wisdom. That person has a lot of morals. That person has a lot of respect for self and respect for the people around them. That's like a family person. That's someone I could have a family with. And that's something that makes people fall in love with you, because it's like, wow, that's like wifey husband. Like, that's how it feels. So that's what I'm picking up with the tarot. Do we have anything else from the tarot before I get into the oracle cards, please, spirit guides? What makes people fall in love? With my pile 4s, you smell really good. I just smelled some really nice perfume. You smell really good. This actual perfume right here, it's called Ghost Sweetheart. I feel like you guys smell like that if you like female perfumes. Either way, you just have, whatever cologne you wear or perfume you wear, it's very distinct. But in a very subtle way, in a very soft way, in a very soothing way. And I feel like you smell really good. They keep referencing you as a rose. Your name may be Rose, you may just like roses, but they're referencing you as a rose. I feel like you do trigger a lot of like romantic feelings in people as well, pile 4. You may find like when you get into like a long-term relationship or like marriage, you draw, I don't know, you just draw, I feel like they're putting me in the eyes of someone that would be in your life, whether this is future, present, or past, and I feel like I want to be romantic with you. I feel like I want to do that. I feel like I want to soothe you back. You know what I mean? Like, you're bringing that out of me. So that's something that makes people fall in love with you, is that you kind of activate people's heart chakra without even realizing you're doing it. I don't know why they keep saying pheromones, pheromones, pheromones. There's just an energy you give off like that. You trigger the romance in people, which has people fall in love. This very Venusian. Let me know if you have some Libra, Taurus, or just like heavy Venus in your chart, because I'm feeling it. You may just work with Aphrodite, but I'm really feeling it. Let's pull some oracle cards for you guys. So let's start with these. I'm filming so early. I haven't even had breakfast yet, but I wanted to get this video sorted, and I woke up extra early because I'd only filmed half just to get this video done. And I'm really digging the vibes of the early morning. So I'm going to start doing this more often. I'm going to start waking up extra early, and I'm going to film before I do anything for the day, because this feels good to me. I don't know why I'm letting you know. This is the thing. This is why I'm talking to you and telling you my life story, because your energy is making me feel safe to talk to you. You may find people just come up to you, start telling you things. You're like, why? You may be the most introverted person, and you're like in a store, and someone like just comes up to you and is like, you know, my husband left me after 3 years, and I just bought a new dog. And like, people will just tell you things because you're so warm. People naturally like instinctively look at you and are like, good person, genuine person, someone I can trust. They feel that because you just have that aura about you. Your heart chakra is very open to, like, I'm being shown a lot of light pink, so that's like the higher heart chakra really coming through. So yeah, I'm really picking that up. Like, you have a very beautiful heart, and people do see that because people can read energy. Even when I close off, they still see good. They still can feel, because human beings naturally do. And people really feel and are drawn to your very beautiful heart, powerful. But yeah, you may find people just tell you all of these things and just talk for ages and talk about their life, because it's like, this person's genuine, this person's a safe space. Like, you give off that energy. Like, I literally just told you why I woke up early. Like, I just felt like I could tell you that. But make sure you're putting in boundaries so that people don't offload on you. I do want to say that before continuing, because you have a very beautiful heart, but like, you don't have to take on everyone's baggage. You know what I mean? Like, make sure you have boundaries, because you're very inviting like that. Pile, you're also someone that sticks in people's heads, like the way that you look as well. It's not the sense of like, oh yeah, I fell in love with this person because they were stuck in my head, but I just feel like the more I'm around you, the more I'd be like infectious around you and want to be around you. But I feel like even people that would have walked away because it was like, I don't have anything to match up to this this Ace of Pentacles with, I feel like they still think back to you. It's like a what if type of situation, people from your past. It's like, what if I would have been ready? What if I wouldn't have been so stupid? What if I would have just let my guard down and been with this person? So you do have a lasting effect with people, even like people in the even if it's like the perfume that you wear just has a lasting effect. You may find people saying to you, why'd you get that top from? Why'd you get those trainers from? Why'd you get that jewelry from? What perfume are you wearing? I need it. Because it's like this, I don't know, it's just, you ooze like romance. Like, I just said you ooze romance, and like someone's spirit guide was just like laying on the bed with a rose in their mouth with a hand on the hip, like making fun of it. Like, you make people want to be like that. Pile, I don't know why I'm hearing Dirty Dancing. I don't know if you guys like that film, but I just shared that. Pile 4, I don't know the plot, so there could be something in the plot of Dirty Dancing that some of you guys have watched and know about. I don't know the plot, but if that resonates with like you or any situation or relationship you've had, let me know, because they just literally showed me the movie. So isn't the song from Dirty Dancing, I'm in the mood for dancing, romancing, or is that not from that? I don't know, I just heard that lyric, I'm in the mood for dancing, romancing. I can't remember the rest of the words. I don't know if it's from Dirty Dancing though. Just came through. You make people feel alive. You make people want to, how do I feel? You make people feel safe to be themselves. And I don't know why I keep being shown like slow dancing. I am hearing a song. I don't particularly like the person. I've read a lot of things I don't like about them, but I'm hearing Slow Motion by Trey Songz. Don't particularly like him, but I used to like that song back in the day, and that's come through, Slow Motion. See, you do have people that, like, You know, like on 50 Shades of Grey, when he says, I can't say the word, but he says, I don't make love, I F hard. Like, he says that, whereas, like, I almost feel like people want to really, like, be tender with you, and like, I have to be so careful what I say on YouTube, guys, because it's like, they'll take the video down, but you know what I mean. People want to, like, have a good time with you, but in a very, like, passionate way. That's the word I was looking for, passionate. Like, you make people want to be passionate with you. Like, it's just your energy. It's just you. You may get people say, I'm drawn to you, and I just don't know why. You're always in my brain. I don't know why. Or I always go back to you, and I don't know why. I'm hearing Back to You by BB Rexha and someone. I think it was Liam Payne. Pile 4. What makes people fall in love with pile 4? Oh, 2 cards are falling out. What have we got? What have we got? We've got womb. I have to hide that just in case YouTube tried to thing. So I might put a crystal. We have womb. What was I saying? Even if you're a male, because divine feminine is in us all, males, females, any case, any gender, we have divine feminine and divine masculine in us. And sometimes the divine feminine trait is stronger, and sometimes the divine masculine trait is stronger. But with you guys, the divine feminine trait is much stronger. Like, you feel very divine feminine. I'm hearing Doja Cat woman. It's probably because it says womb here, but I'm hearing that. So whether you're male or female, you just have a nurturing vibe. You have a safe vibe. You feel like a safe space, and you feel very nurturing. I feel like people look at you, and whether they want to give you that child or they want to have a child for you, it's like people look at you like that. And you see how the eggs are in the, like, basket here. I feel like people do look at you like, oh, I want to build with this person. I want this person to, I need to grab a crystal to cover her. I wish I could just put the card down and not have to worry about things like that. But yeah, people look at you and want that sort of life with you. Like, people are like, I want to settle down with this person. The right people anyway. The wrong people would get scared and run away. We have plant seeds as well. See, this is what I mean, and this is what I was saying about you, and this is why I feel like there's Venusian energy here and Taurus energy, because what I was saying about the Page of Cups reverse, people see you and want to build with you. And what do we do when we plant a seed? What do we do? That takes patience, because when we plant that seed in the ground, it doesn't grow straight away. We have to nurture it. We have to water it. We have to give it sunlight. We have to take care of it. And you have people drawn to you because they want to invest in you, take care, nurture you back the way that you do, so they can have, and like, what was Spirit calling you? A rose. Spirit was literally referencing you as a rose. So the fact that plant seed has come up, like, I just feel like people want to give a lot of time to you and build with you. Like, that's what I'm picking up. If you're someone that's not, like, traditional romantically, that's completely fine. It could be that somebody just wants to, like, maybe, like, build a strong connection with you. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like marriage, babies, kids. They just want to build and invest in that connection with you because they see you as worthy, because they know that that's going to bloom like a rose. Like, that's what makes people fall in love. It's like, I know this person's genuine and I know I can put my time into it. Who wants to put that time into something that it's not going to flourish? So that's what makes people fall in love. We have light as well at the back of the deck. I feel like I was saying, you're connected to spirit with the Hierophant and the High Priestess. The fact they both came out together, I do feel like you're going to have a really strong divine counterpart in this lifetime, whether you call that a twin flame, soulmate, whatever the case. I feel like you're going to have someone that's very strongly connected to you on a soul level in this lifetime for them to come through. But with light as well, I just feel very similar to, I think it was pile number 1. I think it was. You're connected to the angelic realms, and that kind of shines through you. So that's why you are a light to people. And with the 1 and 6 as well, adding up to 7, that's Neptune. You know what I mean? And that's the 12th house Pisces energy. So yeah, I feel like you feel like a bed of water. That's how you feel. But you're also very earthy as well. Like, very deep emotions, a lot of emotions. You're nurturing, you're intuitive, you see through people. I'm picking up so much 12th house. You're connected to the higher realms, but it's like, as much as you're connected to the higher realms, you're rooted in the physical world. Because for this Ace of Pentacles to be here, it's like you're rooted in the physical world. You're grounded into this physical world. It's like you're an earth angel. You feel like an earth angel. Pile 4, what makes people fall in love? You may have people call you angel. I don't know, that may even be a name. You may have, like, someone referred to you as that, or like, oh my god, you're like a guardian angel to me. People may say that to you. Pile 4, what makes people fall in love with pile 4? You feel so warm. Can I say that about your energy? You feel so warm as people. Like, you're very genuine. Like, I have a hard time like opening up with people and finding people that I want to invest in. I'm saying it here with your energy, pal 4. I would open up to you. I would have you as a friend. I feel very warm here. We have mastery. This is why you guys are so connected to Mother Gaia, even though you're so cosmically intelligent, because you've gained mastery over it, whether it was in this lifetime or your past lifetimes. That's how you're so balanced. That's literally how. And with the, do you see how she's holding this little potion bottle here? It's like that wisdom, all of that energy. It's like, I'm hearing a cure. I don't know why Encantos come up so much. I think it's because I really like the movie, and I feel like it's collectively very viral right now. So it's in a lot of people's minds. If you haven't watched Encanto anyway, there was a woman who, whenever she made food, it would heal people. So I don't know if you're a good cook or a good baker, or whether it's just your words and your energy, but it's almost like you have a healing essence. Whatever you conjure up, you heal people, you know? I just heard you heal people with your love. I just heard that because some people aren't connected to love like the way that they should be. I remember Lauryn Hill writing about this, doing a speech about this, and she was saying we're not connected to the heart like we should be. A lot of people don't know love like they should, because true love, it's like that deep love. It's connection to the higher realms. It's like my soul sees your soul, and a lot of people are filling voids or trying to, you know, aid their inner wounded child, and that's why, and then they call it love, and then the relationship fumbles, but they'll call it love. Whereas you are very tapped in to what actual pure love is, which is like the light source, the universe, that connection to source, that heart chakra. It's so open. So you have a very pure sense of what love is, you know. I feel like people have stepped towards you before and they've seen that, and it's like almost like frightening them, like, oh my god, I couldn't match up, or I couldn't give that. I don't even know what to do with that. I've never felt that in my life. It's scary. I'm going to run. Like, I feel like that may have triggered people in the past. I feel like you're over it though. You feel very at peace with yourself. You feel very at peace with yourself and very balanced. Like, you've done the work necessary to like purge and remove. Or maybe you're in the midst of it, but the way I'm tapping into you right now, you feel balanced, very peaceful, very content. That's how you feel. You may be in a new phase of your life. I did see butterflies when I opened up this reading, didn't I? You may be in a new phase of your life, a new beginning of your life, and butterflying right now. Yeah, okay. We have focus at the back of the deck. This is what I mean. People feel like they can put their focus into you. People feel like, I could invest in this person and they're not going to mess me around and go talking to somebody else or waste my time. And that's something that makes people fall in love with you. Because it's like, I can really focus on this one person and not have to worry about them hurting me, because I know that they're going to love me the way that I love them, because I can see their heart, like I can feel their heart. And that's, like I said, it makes people want to be very passionate. When people are like in love with you as well, they're very focused on you. I feel like you may draw in, whether you're male or female, you'll draw in someone with divine masculine energies that will put a lot of weight into a relationship with you and want to do a lot, and physically, like, they may gift you a lot and things like that. If you hear noises, that's my kitten running around. Pile number 4. What makes people fall in love with my pile 4s? The Mia card. Get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. What was I saying about people trusting you and wanting to open up to you? You're like that person. You're like that person. I feel like you're very liked. I really do feel like you're very liked. Maybe you're not liked by people that maybe have tried to like take advantage of you, because I feel like you've seen through it. You're too intuitive to not see through it. I feel like maybe you're not liked by those people. Maybe people that have like quite narcissistic traits and have tried to project onto you because they didn't like the light that you hold. However, I feel like most people that have been in your presence, they really do like you. And I feel like people may even step towards you and not want to like you, end up really liking you, may even end up falling in love. And you, I'm being told, pile 4, get people that are jealous of you, because I just heard Drake's lyric, jealousy is just hate and love at the same time. So know that when people are jealous of you, it's like they do have like, whether they have like feelings for you or they just, it's like they really like you, they don't want to, so it's creating this jealousy. Like, it's like, oh, I want to dislike them, but I have nothing to dislike, so I'm just gonna project. And you know, it's that type of feeling. And I know that's not part of the reading, but then they show me Drake's lyric, jealousy is just hating love at the same time. So yeah, I feel like you really do leave a mark on people. We have, I don't know how to say this word, gross. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. There's something about the way you walk and the way you move and the way you use your mannerisms that's very silky, very fairy. Like, it feels just like I'm doing this. Like, I feel like this. Like, it just feels very fairy. Like, I feel like if I was to, you know, if I had to make you into a mythical creature, you'd be a fairy. Do you understand what I mean? You have those type of, you feel very light. You may be quite small or like dainty or very lean. You feel like a fairy. That's something that's being referenced. But there's something about the way that you walk. There's something very seductive and you don't realize you do it. They tell me you don't realize you do it. It's either the way like you have very nice facial features, I'm being told. You may have like very chubby cheeks or like very nice cheekbones or a very nice jawline. There's something about a prominent chin, or I'm being told like you may have like a button nose or something like that. I'm being told like rounded features. Is that called romantic style? I don't know. I think it's called romantic style. But you feel like you have very round features, rounded eyebrows, like doe eyes, like big chubby cheeks, or like apple type of cheeks. Do you understand what I mean? Something's like round, but it's very symmetrical. I don't know. You just feel like I almost feel like people will watch you speak and watch the way you talk, and then you move in your hands, and I'm looking at your facial features and watching the way you move, and it's drawing me in and making me fall for you. That's the energy they're putting me in. Like, I'm falling for you, and you're like none the wiser, talking about, I don't know, some bread you like. I don't know. I'm just whatever. You're just talking about things, and it's like you're drawing people in just by saying it. People like the eyes is like, you may not even realize it. You may think, why are they staring at me? You know what I mean? Why are they, like I said, you'll find people are staring at your eyes, but then it's like the minute you look at people, they look down. You may have had that a lot. Like, you'll feel someone staring and you look at them and they'll look away straight away, or they won't be able to hold the gaze for too long because you're deep like that. It's like, oh my God, they're seeing into my soul. So let's pick one final card for you, pile 4. Pile number 4. I'm not sponsored or anything, but I feel like this perfume would really go well with you. I don't know why. Like, I understand why you chose it. It's called Ghost Sweetheart. And I just feel like I always buy mini versions before I buy big ones, and I'll be buying a big one of these because it's very, very nice. And I feel like whether you're male or female, this just represents you. I'm not sponsored, but I don't know. I just feel like it does. It's like a florally, musky smell with light notes. I'm really bad at explaining smells, but that's how it smells. A little bit sugary. Pile 4. They better like run me like a check, because I'm promoting them here through no fault of my own. I just like the perfume and feel like it resonates with you. Pile 4, final card. What makes people fall in love? I almost feel like people want to do things for you. Like, I want to do things for you. I want to recommend things to you. I want to hug you. Like, because I'm in the energy of how other people would feel. I feel like I want to hug you and do things for you. I want to surprise you. I want to be romantic. It's like that type of feeling. Pile 4. What makes people fall in love with pile number 4? What makes people fall in love with pile number 4? Oh, cards just jumped out. What do we have? Let's pop them all there. We have the green aventurine heart chakra crystal. Oh my God. Like I said, you have a very open heart chakra. Green aventurine. It is easy for me to maintain overall well-being with conscious habits of health. What was I saying at the beginning? You felt very serene, like very healthy. You may live like a holistic lifestyle, something like that. What was I saying? And then we have green aventurine. Like, conscious habits of health. I feel like you guys eat healthy, or you eat clean. There's something about that. Or you may just keep like your house clean or anything like that, because it could be like mental health or anything like that. You have a very strict routine, keep your home clean, keep your home smelling nice. I mean, those are kind of requirements, but some people decide not to. But I just feel like yours is like to an even bigger extent. I feel like coming into your home, it feels like a home. It smells nice. It feels cozy. Like, there's something about that. But yeah, with green aventurine, I mean, that connects us to our heart chakra. and you're very much living through your heart chakra, I feel. So the back of the deck we have maintain a healthy heart, improve beliefs about good health and overall well-being, increase healthy outlook on all levels, mentally, emotionally, physically and spiritually. Yeah, I feel like you do a lot of what you can to be a very balanced person, to keep your emotions in check, to keep yourself put together. I feel like you do what's needed. And remember, that isn't always like, oh, I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and drank green tea. Like, that's doing the shadow work necessary to be able to find peace later on, even if you're a blubbering mess as you're healing. Like, you do a lot to make sure that you are a reflection of peace. And I feel like people being drawn to you and people seeing that in you, it's a reflection outwardly of that. That's what I'm being told. And I feel like the more you embrace your heart, maybe in the past you didn't embrace your heart. Maybe in the past you would give your heart away a lot to try and find that love that you have within yourself back. And then you draw in a lot of emotionally unavailable people. And it was like when you were trying to give them your beautiful heart, it was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Because they never felt it before. It was like, I'm scared of this, I'm going to run. But they were also attracted to it and wanted to hold on to it, but then they'd run. And I feel like people may have played games with you. But you embracing your heart and realizing how strong your love is and holding that space, I feel like it's drawing in people for you, powerful. Drawing in people that are connected to that heart chakra and are able to know what to do with it. You know what I mean? So yeah, powerful. That's what I have for you. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'll have the link to Aso Tarot's channel in my description box, so you guys can go and watch her part of the reading too. And I hope you guys enjoy over that too. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching. And hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching.